Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 11:30-ish show. uh, yeah, let's just get right into it. Sorry, a little late, I know. Oh, as you can probably tell, I thought it'd be a great idea. Ooh, look at this. 1.5x experience campaign. That's actually great. I'm gonna get some experience for some of these people. Yeah, I thought it'd be a smart idea for me to take a nap, and yeah, that didn't work. Well, it worked, but it worked a little too well. So let's go around here and let's just collect a few things. Collect that. Oh, lots of free stuff today, huh? Oh man, I just realized that the double gold and double gate keys promotion is over. Oh, we got some gems. Well, no more double gold and double gate keys. Not that, I mean, I wasn't crazy about the gold, but the gate keys were helpful. Got lots and lots of keys there, and more gems. Alright. Always happy with free gems. Nothing there. Oh man. I'm just yawning. Let's go mess with Cyrus here. And extra experience is always nice, especially when you're trying to get more gems. Let's see, we just clicked on all these in regular Yu-Gi-Oh! I wonder if it makes a difference that it's GX. Probably not. Alright, what's going on, Cyrus? What do we got? Oh, we got an auto duel. Oh, man. I need a bottle of water or something. Oh no, he's got his gyroids out. Oh, those gyroids. Gear, gear. Oh no. Ooh, look at this guy. Bringing the pain, huh? Gear Shed Accelerator. This deck is a little more stacked than I thought it would be for his level 20 version. Now we still got through it. And now for our 1.5x experience. Okay, good. Oh, no more double stuff. Well, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't get double these anyway. Let me see. Well, the Cyrus one, yeah, double accept. Well, nothing really interesting new to read there. I guess we can really just concentrate on getting more gems. Let's see, how far along is Cyrus? Yeah, he's still got a little ways to go for 21. Hecroid Connection Zone. His 100 gems would be nice. But it's still going to take a little bit of time to get those, so let me take a look at Yummy Merrick, who I was leveling up a little bit. Let's see how far along he is. Oh, 35 gems coming up pretty quick. And then Draw Sense Dark. Well, that's not bad. And then more gems at 15. We should be able to get at least a 15. So we'll get some gems out of this. Let's see. Well, let's go to the... where's the... there he is. Let's mess with this guy. Because Light told me everything about you. He shouldn't be telling you everything about me. That's not cool. Why you want to do that, Light, huh? Let's see what we got. Oh man. One card. Citadel Whale. So we got a water deck coming at us. I'm tempted to auto duel it, but let's give it a look here anyway. Yeah, Merrick always looks so jazzed to duel. He's like, yeah. I need to get some more Merrick sound effects. I don't think I even have any. Here we go, Legendary Ocean. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. Gosh. No monsters. Wow, still no monsters for us, huh? Oh, here we go, Battle Locks. Here's where I immediately lose my Battle Locks. I might as well throw my Shield Spear down there. That. Oh, hard to burn an enemy controller. Wow. Still no monsters? I wonder if his deck is just geared around just getting that one monster out. Alright, so we got another enemy controller. And another one? A third one? No. Okay. So he eats 2,000 there. We're actually in pretty good shape now. If he gets a monster, we'll be... oh, no. Okay, well, let's see what he's going to destroy, or... Oh, he sent my Blade Knight back. Okay, darn. It would actually benefit me to wall him, because that'll bring him down to 12, and then I can Spear Shield to make my guy survive. So, yeah, let's try that. See if we can get the win here. Burn all of our cards. Because if we don't win, we're in trouble. So that should give him plus... yeah, there we go. Oh! Sea Stealth Attack. What's this? This card is activated. You can activate one Yumi from your hand or graveyard. Okay, that didn't work. Let's see. Once per turn, you can banish one water monster you control until the end phase. Oh, well, that's actually fine with me. If you want to banish him, that's totally cool. Because then we don't have to worry about ramming into anything. Rush Headlong. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. He removed it. Yes. Well, wow, that was surprising. I didn't think we'd pull that one out. We got lucky. He didn't draw monsters either for a while. And he's going to give us a whole bunch of experience here. It's going to be like 30-something hundred. Let me see. Yeah, 3750 experience. That was nice. Whoa, look at all that go. Interesting. Some of those that you think you're not going to win, and then somehow you pull it out. Excellent drilling. Let me see. It's just a basic water deck, right? Oh, he's got a lot of tribute monsters in there too, so I'm guessing he just kept drawing his tributes. Yeah, Legendary Fisherman, and then Legendary Fisherman 2, and then his Citadel Well. Yeah, I'm guessing he wasn't drawing these until the last bit. That's when he got that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. They did use up all his controllers. Alright, what's this? Heavy Yummy Rack, level 12. Yep. Game mat will never use. Kind of surprised though he didn't let me send him to anybody else. Usually when you beat him he lets you, he's like, hey, what about your friends? I guess we'll have to wait on that. Come on, Meg. What you got? Oh, human wave tactics. You don't see that very often anymore. 1,000 energy. Oh man, she's got her. Oh, whoa. She had herself a little crew there for a minute. Uh-oh. Meg gave us a little more than a challenge than I thought she would. And just that draining shield helped. Hey, Moan. Oh my goodness. Meg breaking at the heavy hitters here. Oh, look at that. Already 13 now. Draw Sense Dark. Nice. Actually, can I think that would kinda... Well, I don't really have many dark monsters in the deck for him. But I mean, it's better than not having any ability at all, I guess. So let's jump on in here. I don't think I have anything set for him as far as abilities yet. Oh. Is it this one that I have active, or is there another one? Oh, I think it's, yeah, the other one is active. Clicked the wrong one. And that's broke. Come on, load. Here we go. What is this? Yeah, that's a very different deck. That's not what I'm running right now. Okay, so we'll do this one. Okay, let's see. I do have some dark in there. I've got this guy, and I've got a dark blade. I guess it might come in handy if I want to draw either one of these. Oh wait, that's right. I got another Xarian universe. Let me swap that in here. Let's see, where are you, Xarian? Citadel, Dark Sage, Dickbeak, Droll Bird. So it's EX. There it is. Okay, so we'll put in the other Xarian universe and we'll dump that Dark Blade because unfortunately he just doesn't he doesn't do much. So, but the two Xarians, those would be nice to draw. So the draw sense for that would work. So save that. Hey Miguel, what's up? The new card added to the card trader. I can't say that I did. Let's see. Draw phase, instead of doing a normal monster draw a random dark attribute. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. Yes, we'll set that. But I guess we're going to go check out the card trader now, huh? Save it. A-Trax. Guess we're going to go look at the card trader and see what he's got. Oh, look, he's back again. That was fast. I guess he's like, you defeated me, I must play you again. Okay, card trader. Let's see. Miracle Contact? Swamp Mirror. Oh, Grabby Crush Dragon. You can send one face-up continuous spell card you control to the graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. Interesting card. Let's see, he's a dark, he's a dragon. 24 attacker, 12 defender. Well, that's new to me too. It's a penguin. Ooh, a penguin. Penguin Knight. And this card is sent directly from your deck to the graveyard by an effect of a card controlled by your opponent. Unite your graveyard cards in your own deck. Shuffle them and form a new deck. Penguin Knight. That's a classic card. That thing came out in like 2001, 2002, something like that. I forget what year exactly, but I remember him. He's either Metal Raiders or Spell Ruler set. It's been a while, so I can't remember exactly which one it is. It's probably Spell Ruler. I don't know that I'd get him, but maybe later at some point. I guess his regular inventory is just the regular ones. Supervise. Yeah, all this looks pretty normal. I am tempted to get another Big Shield because there was a different type of deck I was thinking about building that may actually work, but I need a few cards for it. So I'll probably secretly go about getting some of those new cards and then just throw the deck at y'all randomly during a stream. So we'll have to see how that works out. Oh, that's right. There was the that guy again. Here we go. Let's see. I'm here because Dark Trax told me. Dark Trax needs to stop telling people about me. I told him. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Smaller spell and trap zone versus. Oh, it's the same deck. This is the same deck that I just defeated. Huh. But it's a different spell trap zone. So I guess. Is it smaller by 1 or by 2? Who knows? Let's give it a shot. At 1.5x, I can't speak right now. At 1.5x experience, it's still worth checking out. It sounds like the maintenance guys for my apartments are outside. Wonder what they're working on. Oh, okay, so only -1. That's not bad. But yeah, it's that crazy water deck. Ugh, there's 2 back there. Ooh, look at that guy. That... Ooh. Because that could cause some serious damage to him, but... Wow. Oh, no, -2. Oh, I thought it was just 1. Oh, no, that's not good. So since I only have 1, now I gotta play this a little differently. Here's to hoping that he brings out a second monster that doesn't bring this back to my hand or destroy it. And yeah, I kind of figured he was going to bring out the Abyss Soldier, but that's actually not too bad. Here, we'll go for that. We'll have him take a ton of damage. Bam. So yeah, that's going to hurt him. I want to get rid of that Abyss Soldier. So let's put that there. We'll put that down. See if I can't get him to do something dumb. We've gotta try to get rid of that Abyss Soldier. The enemy controller. That's not the worst thing in the world, considering it's a 19 defender. Yeah, I kind of figured he would do that. He didn't use his Abyss Soldier effect either, so we're actually not in bad shape at all. Let's see, 13 defender, 15 defender, Blade Knight. Well, the DD Warrior would be a surefire way to get rid of that, but I don't really need to use that effect right now. Let's break out the Blade Knight. Okay, so we'll have the Blade Knight take out this guy, and then we'll have Xarian try and pop that, and we'll see if we can get the extra 100 damage on it. Okay, yeah, 13 defender. We'll have Xarian Pierce. I could use controller to switch it, but I'm going to save that controller just in case. Let's see. And then... Okay, good. It doesn't look like he has anything really bad back there anymore now, so we're definitely taking advantage now. Okay. Well, he's got something else back there. We may not need to do anything else. Let's just go for it. Ah, another enemy controller. Oh, 300. Let's see if he does something dumb and tries to ram into my face down. Nope. He's done. This guy is done for. Look at that. Who would have thought that I would have just been able to come right out and beat this guy twice in a row against a very effective water deck? He was just drawing duds, it looks like, both times. I guess that's the downside of that water deck. If you start out with duds, then you're in big trouble. But then again, the wall really helped. The wall really threw him off. 1950, so not as much experience, but still a decent amount. That's an interesting duel. Any friends as skilled as you? Well, let me see. Who sent me this one? Was it Dark Tracks? It's only fair that we send something back to Tracks, since... because the interesting one is the other one I just defeated was sent by JC Light, but it wouldn't let me send anything back to him, so... Sorry. But let's, let me see. Where's... There he is. Mr. Karibo. Set up a challenge. Let's see. Which one can we set up for him? He sent me Smaller Spell and Trap Zone. So let's, here, we'll do opening hand 2 cards. That one's reasonably challenging, or it's actually pretty challenging. And it's 1.5x experience, so you'll still get a nice chunk of change experience out of him. There we go. So let me see, is this exactly the same deck? Oh no, this one's different. This one's a little bit different. The other one that I was facing had X3 Legendary Fisherman, and then he had another regular Legendary Fisherman, and then he had X3 Citadel Well. So if anything, this deck is a little bit more robust, I would say, as far as just drawing. But yeah, he just wasn't drawing much. Wow. Oh look, there's these Shizu. You can go beat our sister in a duel. I must stop the evil within you. No! You cannot stop the evil within me. Even that silly boy Joey could not stop it. I can't do American voice. It's been a while since I've heard him too, so I don't really know what he's supposed to really sound like. I remember the little Karibo version. That sounds ridiculous. 140 packs, still not a single... Wow, man. See, that's the thing I'm kind of like... That's the one upside of the TCG. If you really, really, really wanted that 1 or 2 cards, you could just go out and buy it. Or trade for it. Here, it's, you know, it's lottery, luck of the draw kind of stuff. You know, unfortunately, you know, for people, you know, rich people playing this game, it doesn't matter because, you know, they're just like...
Screw the rules, I have money.
Mm-hmm. For the rest of us that don't have a ton of money, it's like, oh, well, you know, we gotta play warrior decks because they're usually fairly cheap and easy to put together. Let's see, what did Ishizu give me? Dragon Treasure. I'm sorry, sister. Getting buried deep within my brother, I have failed to save his soul. Yes, you have. Well, let's see. Cyrus. Cyrus is back. Let's go mess with him. Yeah, unfortunately, that's really the only big thing going on right now is the Cyrus thing. As far well, I could go dual Arcana. He's at the gate. So I guess we could mess with him a little bit. Let's see, which one is it? Another level 20. We'll just auto duel that. While we're auto dueling, I must let all of you all know that I'm very disappointed. I'm kidding, but yeah, there's still not very many people that have signed up for the Cyber End Dragon event or giveaway. I think it's probably because I made it a little too long. I made it for like 28 days or something, 29 days, and so people are like, "Oh, that's like a month away." I guess maybe if I set them for something like maybe like 14 days, then that's a little more, you know. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like being a college student. Like if your professor gives you, you know, 4 weeks to do an assignment, you're just like, oh, I've got time. But if it's only like a week, then you're like, okay, maybe I should get to work on this. That's no big deal. I'm also thinking of a new series to run. There's a couple of new series that I'm thinking of doing. One of them is one called Mail Call, possibly. This is just... I was just brainstorming a little earlier, or yesterday I was. And I was thinking about... Let me see. Gotta go. Get out of here. Dark Tracks. I'm kidding. See you later, dude. Nah, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. But I was thinking about doing a new show called Yu-Gi-Oh! Mail Call, where I occasionally get little packages of cards in the mail. And it's fairly simple. Just open up the package and show you what the cards are. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's not meant to be like a big, it's not meant to be a stream. It's just meant to be like a video that I'd upload. And I figured they'd be, what, maybe 8-9 minutes long. So I'm thinking about doing that. And here, we'll do another auto duel while I'm spamming y'all with my voice. Another one that I'm thinking about doing is defunct card games. Because interestingly enough, since I've been digging into all my cards the past week, I've found a lot of cards that I have from card games that are no longer running. Which is kind of sad, because some of those games I thought were really good, but, they, for one reason or another, through either mismanagement or what have you, they just failed. So I'm thinking about doing that. It sounds kind of neat, just to kind of, dig back and take a look. Some of them were really good games, and then others were just terrible. I mean, because 10 years ago, when I was doing a lot of work, traveling around and stuff for events, I would get a lot of free product. And so I'd always get a few packs of just, like, random games. Like, I know some of y'all know about the Dragon Ball Z game that's going right now. Well, there was another card game. Oh, we got something new. Negate the activation to equip spell card and destroy it. Oh, that's not bad. There was another version of the Dragon Ball card game that was out like 10 years ago, and that one failed. It failed miserably. Oh, first class this semester. Thanks for dropping by, dude. I appreciate it. Go get your butt to class, man. Go get your learn on. Yeah, we'll get our game on while you get your learn on. Yeah. See you later, dude. Wait, what? What's the wait what for, Moni? Are you talking about the Dragon Ball game? If that's what you're responding to, then yeah, there was another version of the... I think it was... Let me see. Is that the same one I'm thinking of? Okay, maybe... I don't know. I'll have to double check my cards. But I'm fairly certain there was another Dragon Ball game. Oh, God. Hold on. Where is it? Let me see. I gotta find it. Where are you? Oh no, that's... Hold on. Here we go.
Oh, Kaiba. Your dragon is so big. I'm a dog. Woof, woof.
There you go. But speaking to the Dragon Ball, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, because I was just kind of swiftly going through my cards. I don't know if it was just a collectible card thing or if it was actually a trading card game. I'll have to double check. That'll make your day better. But yeah, there was a lot of various games out there. Some of the more popular ones y'all probably already know about. There was one called Versus System, Marvel and DC. So a good, 10 plus years ago, before all the big giant Marvel and DC movie craziness was going on, there was a card game which had a lot of, pretty much all the characters from the various comic books, I thought it was a pretty good game. I mean, it wasn't the best game, but it was a good game. At the time, it was fairly well supported, and then it just slowly died. Which is unfortunate, because I've got a whole giant case of the cards back there. There's another one that I'm pretty sure y'all have heard of, World of Warcraft, I'm sure. Well, yes, before Hearthstone, which you can still play to this day. I mean, Hearthstone's okay, it's a very simplified game, but there was a card game for World of Warcraft, a trading card game. And I was actually a judge for it for a little while. And same thing, it was one of those games that came out really hot. It was really good. It was a decent, solid game. But for one reason or another, Blizzard was just, they just didn't want to support it just right. That and the fact that Upper Deck, which is a trading card company here in the United States, which makes a lot of cards. They also make baseball cards and football cards and that sort of thing. And they also do a few trading card games. Unfortunately, they, at the time, were plagued by mismanagement. I mean, they just had really, really dumb people running things at the time. And I think because of them, World of Warcraft started to fail badly because of them. And they're the same people that did the Versus system, the Marvel DC thing. So everybody blamed them for that, too, and that's kind of true. Card game like Yu-Gi-Oh! I forget, it's kind of darker than Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, there's Magic the Gathering. I don't know if that's not really Yu-Gi-Oh. That's, you know, I mean, it's a pretty different game, but some of the stuff is similar. Magic's been around forever. They're not going away anytime soon. They've got way too much support. Even if they lose 10% of their audience, they still have a ton, you know, millions and millions of players out there playing. Let me think. What was another game that I remember? There was a Yu Yu Hakusho game. That's I don't know if y'all are familiar with Yu Yu Hakusho. It was an old anime. They also had manga books and stuff like that. And for a while, they tried their hands at a game, and I never played the game much myself. In fact, I almost never did, but I just managed to keep coming in contact with the product over and over again. And it was brought out at the time when Yu-Gi-Oh was really picking up steam in the States, so it didn't work very well. You know, there were certain card games that make it, and there are others that just, you know, they get pushed out, and Yu Yu Hakusho was one of those. I'm trying to think. There was I have so many cards back there, it's ridiculous. Let me think. I have Powerpuff Girl cards. I have My Little Pony cards. I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards. There was also another anime called Dot Hack. I have cards for that game. I have... what was another one? Dragon Ball Z I mentioned. There was one called Duel Masters. Digimon. Oh, Digimon. I actually don't have any Digimon cards. Don't have any of those. And interestingly enough, I never bought any Pokemon product. I actually have 0 Pokemon cards. Okay, I'm lying. I think I have 1. I may have 1 Pokemon card that somebody gave me. But I never bought Pokemon. And I'm actually a little disappointed in myself there because, interestingly enough, Pokemon is still big. It's huge still today. Digimon, though, I never got into. There was another card game called Vampire, which I think I got like 1 pack. What is your date of birth? You don't want to know. Let me think. Gosh, there are so many. But yeah, I'm going to go through all of those. And I may film like 5 of those shows in a single day. In fact, I'll probably do that today. But yeah, I've got so many of those cards. I just want to break them out and show them off a little bit. And y'all can kind of be like, what in the world is that? Or for those of y'all who may actually remember some of those games, you may get a little nostalgic. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, George. I generally tell people, my viewers, a lot about myself, but there are certain things that other people really don't need to know. In fact, we were talking about that the other day. Moni and I were talking. Duel Monster card game. Yeah, Duel Monsters, interestingly enough, apparently it's still around over in Asia. I don't really need to know your age, George. I mean, if you tell it, I mean, you gotta remember, everybody that's in the chat is gonna see it too, so... But, yeah, I would probably encourage you not to give out personal information. Yeah, I'm never going to dig into the personal business of my viewers. That's you're 5. Get out of here. Yeah, I'll never ask you guys for personal information. That's y'all's business. Yeah, I've seen way too many times where somebody who's streaming or gets big in YouTube and they start doing things that are a bit inappropriate, if you know what I mean. I won't really go into detail about it. I'm sure y'all can figure it out. But yeah, I'm not even, that's not my thing. I don't do that. My sister has 4 kids. My brother's got a daughter. So yeah, I don't have kids myself, but I've worked with kids and been around them enough to know that there are certain things that us adults need to do to look out for them. So yeah, I'm not going to ask y'all for personal information. That's not cool. I like looking at people's astrology. Astrology? Oh, well, I can just tell. I'm a Scorpio. There you go. If you like astrology stuff, there you go. That's it. It's not too specific, but yeah, you can look that up. I've never been one to get into astrology, but whatever floats your boat. See, now I was talking about all those old card games, and now I really want to jump back into my box back there, because I've got one box with like 10 different card games in it, and then I've got another one with several others. In fact, I've got some here on my desk. I've got a stack of Versus cards here, which some of them are actually pretty neat. I'm surprised these aren't worth a little more money, considering some of the characters that you can get on them, like the Wolverine cards. You'd figure those would be a little more popular, even though the game is defunct. You would think that people might still want those cards just for collector, for them being collectibles. Same thing with Harley Quinns. I've got some Harley Quinn cards, which, I mean, the artwork on them is actually kind of neat, and I'm surprised they're not worth more. Scorpios are scary. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I've never been into the whole astrology thing. I'm very much of a science-oriented kind of person. Okay, Merrick, let's go find some small children around here for you to pick on. Duel Monster has a good card. Yeah, I thought Duel Monsters Duel Masters was actually pretty good. Now, if you're talking about Duel Monsters, Yu-Gi-Oh is actually called Duel Monsters, but there was one called Duel Masters, which was, they were definitely kind of going for a rip-off, for kind of like a sort of pseudo name recognition. The value stuff has stood the test of time. Some of it has. Like Magic the Gathering, I mean, that's the big papa of all of them. That thing came out in the early 90s, and it's been around since then. I think the reason why it's stuck around so much is that the first, 5-6 years of the game were really, really great. It was just a really good, solid game. And then, the people who started playing as children, now we're all adults. And so, now we've got money, if we want, we've got money that we can dump into the game. Because back in the day, I mean, I remember I could get, 1 or 2 packs of cards, and I was like, yeah, I got a couple of packs of Magic or whatever, and that would be, you'd be set, right? But now when you're an adult, you're like, no, I need a case. I need a whole case. You really want a whole case? A whole case is $600. I want a case! So yeah, us card game players as adults now, we have no problem with going out and, okay, maybe not a case, but a booster box, 36 booster packs or something, or whatever, and we can drop $60, $70, $80 on a booster box. So it's it's kind of amazing that it's hung on that long, because it like I said, the people who got in as kids, a lot of them are still in it, and they're putting a ton of money into it, and the fact that a lot of those older cards are worth a ton of money. I mean, a ton of money. Like, I don't know how familiar you guys are with Magic the Gathering. Look back on the glory days and shed a few tears. Well, the only reason why I would shed a few tears is the fact that so many of the cards that I didn't really pay much attention to now are worth a ton of money. Like, when I was, well, I won't tell you how old I was, but back in the late 90s or so, sometime in the late 90s, I went to a park with my then girlfriend. Hey, Naruto. I went to a park with my then girlfriend, and I found a huge shoebox full of Magic the Gathering cards. Like, somebody took them out there and just forgot about them. And I remember we looked around, and nobody was there. The park was empty. But the box was just right there. And she's like, do you play this game? I'm like, no, I haven't really played this game. But, I hear some of these cards are kind of valuable. And she's like, well, keep them. I'm like, okay, cool. So I kept them. And I stuck them in a closet for about a year. And then the following year, we were moving. My family and I were moving. And I just thought, I don't really need these. And I threw them away. I threw them in the garbage. And looking back on that now, I think to myself, some of those cards, even the commons, even just the common cards, are worth $10, $20, $30 each. And I threw away an entire shoebox of them. And I'm sure there were probably some other cards in there that were uncommon, and there were rares that were worth a lot more. So yeah, I look back on that and think, oh my gosh, how could I, burn all my cards back then, my precious cyber cards. Oh, that stinks. I guess you really got her angry. That's a big thing about growing up. You got to keep mom happy. If mom's mad, then things are not going to be good. I learned that the hard way too, believe me. My mother never burned cards or anything like that, but yeah. I gave my mother a hard time when I was a kid. But yeah, Magic, they're around now, and they've still got tons of product coming out, and tons of people still play, and there's a new Magic the Gathering online game that's coming out. They have one right now but I'm not going to buy into it because a new one is just on the horizon. So I'm going to wait, and I'm going to see how that new game turns out. You know, there's another thing that I'm a little disappointed in. There's another game. I mean, obviously we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, which I think it's a neat game. It's okay. It's kind of a consolidated, condensed version of the TCG. I mean, like I said, it's kind of different, but the cards are all pretty much the same. But there's also another one called Yu-Gi-Oh! Generation. And that is the full version. That's, you know, when you play that, it's the full original trading card game, you know, on your computer or on your, you know, tablet, whatever. And I was a little disappointed that that's not available for me to download, because if it was, I would be playing that probably other than this. It's like keeping old coins. I always like to look at the dates and coins and see if really old ones. I've got a few old coins. My mother was a banker, and she used to work in banks, and she used to do the same thing because so much money went through her hands that she would sometimes find, you know, coins that were made like in the 1800s. And here in the States, a coin from the 1800s, you know, that's, I mean, they're not uncommon, but it's still kind of cool to have them. But yeah, I've got a few old ones too. Like I've got a buffalo head nickel from, I think, like 1934 or something. It's not really worth any money, but it's still a neat coin. You know, it's worth a nickel. But I guess for a collector, somebody might want it, you know. It really, those types of markets, it really depends on who it is that you're buying and selling from. Because those items, just like card games, those items are only worth as much as somebody is willing to pay for it. Like a big deal right now for excuse me, for Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the Retro Pack 2 Victory Dragon, which is actually a pretty hard card to get, but people were selling it for like $300. Wait, how can I find out what my astrology sign is? Oh, if you go to like some various astrology websites, they probably have all the dates there. Like if you were born between X date and X and Y date, then you're a Scorpio. Or if you're born between X date and Y date again, you're a Gemini. You know, they're kind of broken up by months, really. Not exactly month by month, but it's like gosh, it'd be like September 12th to like October 11th or something like that. That's kind of how they're broken up. I don't remember exactly how it works though. Oh, strange finding a coin created in the same year as well, those coins aren't very old, so it's not a big deal to me. Look at that. We're talking about astrology, we're talking about Magic the Gathering, we're talking about all kinds of weird stuff. Oh, look at that. I already defeated all of these guys. I didn't even realize that. When you type in Google free astrology chart. Oh, there you go. George helping out with the good information there. Here, let's go mess with Arcana. Let's see. He's, let me see. Oh, that's GX. Oh, he doesn't have a separate gate. They just kind of plugged him in here, I guess. There's Bonds. Oh, there he is. Go with the level 30. Let's see. He did have a few cards that I'd like to get. Yeah, the Mystic Box of Death would be nice. And maybe that version of the Dark... I don't think I have that version of the Dark Magician. No, I don't. So yeah, about 4 cards we could get off of him. So let's go in there and we'll duel him a bit. It is my honor to duel you. That's right. If you lose, you go to the Shadow Realm. Yeah. Alright, Arcana. We've been talking about other card games for so long. Let's talk about Duel Links a little bit. No, we can talk about whatever y'all want. But yeah, those are the kind of get back to where I was originally going. Yeah, those are the shows that I'm thinking about putting together. Some videos, trying that out. Because I think some of those, there's probably still some interest in some of those old card games. But it's, even with the internet, it's still hard to find people to play with. Because like here in my city, I mean, I've got so many Versus cards, but in my city there's nobody that plays. I mean, my city's not that big, to be honest, but just nobody plays. So it's, you know, it's not one of those things where I could just go to a card shop and be like, hey, let's play some Versus, and they're like, oh, what's that? But just the sun sign people know. Every planet was in different or in the same sign where you were born. Oh, weird. Capricorn. Every time I think of Capricorn, I think of popcorn. I just do. Dark Room of Nightmare? I haven't seen that card in a while. Alright, what you got down there, buddy? Legion, the Fiend Jester. Ah, what have we done? Ooh, look at this guy and his Dark Magician. We're gonna make it tough on you, though. You're a Capricorn! Oh my god! Because everybody's a Capricorn.
In America.
Ooh, Xarian. Let's break out his... Well, I don't really need to break out his effect. But he's still a big banger. So let's just pop him here. Oh, double cost him. We're fine. Finish him off, Xarian. Okay, good. He can get his Dark Magician. Sun and Moon. I feel like we're talking about Pokemon. Oh, look. Admin. The event Cyrus Truesdale's Road to Duel Links ends on May 17th. Don't miss out. Just in case y'all haven't done it, go get Cyrus. Oh, come on. Give me a good card. Give me something. Witch Doctor of Chaos. Could have been better. So please don't send me the shadows. He was a little easier than I thought he would be. Let me see. How far along are you, Merrick? You're a little less than halfway. And you've got gems coming up. How many gems do we have? 118. Oh, the Witch Doctor? Yeah, Witch Doctor has some interesting art of it. Let's see. Do I really... Merrick's not the ideal person that I would PvP with. But I think I need some PvP duels anyway. So let's go jump into ranked. And we'll see what we can do. I'll probably... I don't know if I'm going to win these. The deck is fairly strong, but I don't like his ability. It's not something that I would generally want to go in and duel with. Oh, look at that. Playing somebody from the United States. Neuro Sonora. Or Neuro Sonoa, I think it is. Oh, if he beats me, he gets a rank. Let's see what we got. Come on, buddy. Classic match, Yami Merrick versus Yami Yugi. Let's do it. Ooh, he's running X-Sabers. And I don't have a good second hand here. Well, it got a little better there. It's slightly better. Yeah, we gotta set these. I got two of my weaker monsters to start with, so that didn't help. Let's see if I can get him to waste a card. Nope, he took it. Okay. Let's see what you got, dude. Oh, face down. Dispel. Which one are you targeting, buddy? Ah, sorry. Okay, his deck is not as tough as I thought it was going to be. He's still running D-spells. I actually still have a Cosmo Queen from back in the day. Unfortunately, I think if I remember correctly, the one super rare copy or it's actually an ultra rare copy that I have of her. I've had it, but it's got a little bit of it's got a little playware on it. Because unfortunately, that very first set of the McDonald's promos, those were, oh man, those were Those were given out mostly to children, so the children just kind of did whatever with them. Yeah, some of those early McDonald's cards are actually worth a pretty good chunk of change. There's a couple of them of Cyber Dragons. I have the original one from Cybernetic Revolution, and then there's a second one, a second card art. Let's see, what's this here? Level 7 or 8 Dragon type. What's this card? This card is unaffected by other monsters' effects while equipped. Okay. Yeah, this dude's in trouble. He's not. He doesn't have much going for him here. Here, I'll set that. Not that I don't think I'll really need it, but. Here. Oh, did you finally get your Cyber Dragon? I know Moni ordered a Cyber Dragon. Okay, yeah, he wasn't. That guy wasn't as tough as I thought he was. He couldn't get his monsters going. He was drawing some pretty terrible stuff. Well, that's a victory. More support for Cyber Dragons, mostly to search for Power Bond. Oh, Power Bond. Still rank 3 silver. Trans modify card combined with Mokuba skill has some potential. I guess that's what makes this game a little more interesting, is that unlike the trading card game, you've got particular skills that you can use for certain duelists. That makes it a little interesting. I remember when I first started playing this, I wasn't a huge fan of it because I was more of a purist, but it's okay. It adds a little different flavor. Seeing as how the trading card game is getting a little weird now. Like, when they started bringing out things like pendulum summons and stuff like that, I was like, I don't know about that. That seems a little weird to me. I mean, they're trying new stuff, which, you know, is fine. But sometimes it just kind of weirds the game up. And now they're doing link summons, which makes it even weirder. Where was I going? What was I doing? Oh, I was going to check. Okay. I thought I was going to check something here. Let's see. Yeah, play 5 PvP duels. Okay, well, I still need a couple more of those. Obtain a card from the card trader. Well, let's go get a card. I need one anyway. We'll just get whatever. Draw 2 cards and that was it. Well, I mean, I see what they're trying to do with the game, but sometimes... You know, sometimes you can add so much to a game without kind of slowly, you know, moving other things out of it that it can be a little too much. It can just feel very bogged down by all these different effects and methods of summoning. I know they're trying to make it to where you're able to get out really huge, amazing monsters fairly easily, but at the same time, it slows the game down a little bit. Because, I mean, like online, it doesn't slow it down all that much because everything is done automatically for you. But in the TCG, when you're sitting across from somebody actually playing, you know, you have to say, you know, it's common courtesy to say every single move that you're making. Like, okay, my monster activates his special ability to do this. I will then search my deck to do this, and then I will summon this guy, and then I will link summon him because I have the 2 links, and it just gets bogged down. Yeah, it's, I mean, like I said, I applaud them for trying to do something different with the game, but it gets weird after a while. And I don't know, it's, you know, every game goes through this sort of thing. Same thing with Magic. Magic the Gathering's done this a lot, but Magic the Gathering was a little smarter about it. They release cards in blocks. And usually, like, well, I know they have various different tournament arrangements now, but Yu-Gi-Oh's only got 2. They've got the classic and then they've got the limited. But like Magic, what they would do is that, like, for a long time with Magic, it was okay. The only cards that are legal are any cards that were printed within the current and previous block, and that was it. Any cards printed before that you couldn't use them. The only thing that you could do is hope that an older card that you used from an earlier block was reprinted into the newer blocks, which does happen. It happens all the time. But they don't do that with Yu-Gi-Oh! They just, they're kind of going a different direction with it. So I don't know. It's a little weird. Well, no, there's nothing wrong with talking in the TCG. Gaming based. It's a gaming based. Labyrinth of Nightmare. I forgot there was a card that I wanted, but now I can't remember which one it was. I'll just get something I don't have. Super double summon. Select one Gemini monster you control and normal summon it. During the end phase of this turn, return it to your hand. Ooh. Okay, never mind. Not that one. What's the Gemini stuff here? Tribute Doll. Don't know. Tragedy is interesting in this version of the game. I was looking at that. Increase your life points by 3,000 points. When this card is sent and filled to the graveyard, you lose 5,000. Well, we also have Generations. That's available as well. But Generations is more of a mirror on the TCG. It's just an online version. Oh, here we go. Let me get a Cyberstain. Yeah, back in the day, Tragedy was an interesting card, but when it first came out, it had little to no support. So, here, I'll get Cyberstain. Might as well. Yeah. Tragedy in the TCG didn't have a lot of support. I imagine it's probably better today, but there are just so many other options out there that most people probably won't give Tragedy a second look. Let's see. Well, how long have I been? Oh, we're about to hit the 1 hour mark. Even though somebody was late. sorry. Blue Eyes Ultimate Cyber Deck. Well, back in the day, it wasn't Blue Eyes Ultimate that we would bring out with Cyberstain. I'm trying to remember which cards that I would bring out with Cyberstain. It really depended on the situation. So back in the day, we had Cyberstain and we had Magical Scientist, and both of those could help you bring out fusion monsters. Like if you somehow could get like a 1-turn kill, like you knew you were going to win on that time, then you would bring out Blue Eyes Ultimate. There was also what was that one card name? Cyber Twin Dragon was also a good option because it was a 28 attacker that could attack twice. So that wasn't bad. So if you had a couple of cards you needed to take down real quick, Cyber Twin Dragon was a good option as well. There were also other ones that were more utility type cards, like Dark Balter the Terrible. Let me think. There was also a couple of others that I can't remember their names, but some of the utility cards were really good too. Because like cards like Dark Balter, I don't know if this is exactly his effect, but because I don't remember, it's been a long time. Five-headed dragon, no, we didn't really bring that out. I mean, I guess if you were having fun, you could do that, but most people didn't bring those out. Especially because the reason why people didn't like bringing out huge, ridiculous monsters like Five-Headed Dragon is because there were cards like Mirror Force, there were cards like Draining Shield, and believe me, you don't want to attack with a 5,000 attacker and then hit a Draining Shield. You also don't want to hit a Magic Cylinder. Because, yeah, because think of it, if you bring out Cyberstain, you pay 5,000 life points, you're left at 3,000 life points. You bring out, the big heavy hitter, the five-headed dragon, and you attack, and then they hit you with Cylinder. That's it. You lost. That's game. So, yeah, most people wouldn't do that. That's why utility cards at the time were really big, too. Because a lot of the utility cards, you could, pay like 1,000 life points and negate the activation of a trap card or a spell card or something like that. And a lot of those utility type fusions were available at the time. In fact, let me think. I might have... I gotta look. Where's my box? Here we are. Don't worry about all the different crazy sounds y'all hear. It's just me going through my box. Let's see, is this it? I'm trying to remember. Just this box. No, it's not that box. It was this box. It was not this box. Okay, I think I see it. Okay, I think it was this box. Let me see. I could be completely wrong. There. But let's have a quick look. Let me see, did I have them? I may have moved them out of this pack. Oh no, I think I did. Let's see, did I leave any in here? I did not. Well, crud. Okay. Well, so much for that idea. Because I still have all my old fusion cards. I thought I left them in a particular deck box, but I can't. Yeah, Cyber Twin Dragon was really good. That was one of those cards that we would pull out with Cyberstein. That, and sometimes you could add a trample effect to it, a piercing effect, and so that would cause some big serious damage, even if they had defenders. So people really liked that one. Let's see, magic cards. Let's see, what's this one? Let's see, and again, maybe it's this one. Not this one. This one's empty. What's this? Versus. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I think I'm going to be here looking forever, so I'll probably just let this go. But you kind of get the idea. There were just certain cards back in the day that were very, very good utility cards. Because you have to remember, back in the old days of the TCG, before all these new cards were out, a lot of trap cards were big deals. Like Trap Hole, you could basically destroy almost any big monster with a Trap Hole. And there wasn't a lot back then to negate it. There were a few options, but you know, most people didn't run those counter traps to negate things like Trap Holes or magic cylinders. And so it was a lot tougher. And I think I just found him. Let's see, where are you? Too many cards, too many cards. Okay, I don't think these are it either. Yeah, these aren't it. Yeah, I might as well give that up. But back in the day, I mean, it was so easy to destroy big baddies back then that most people didn't run decks that would bring them out. I mean, there were a few, but only if they had something built in. Oh, here we are. I found them. But only if they had something built in to help them survive. If they didn't have that, then you know they were kind of ignored. Oh, here we go. There's Dark Balter the Terrible. Fiend Skull Dragon was another one. And let me see, Ryu Senshi. These are cards y'all probably have never heard of if you've never played the TCG. And there was also Reaper on the Nightmare. Those particular cards were very much utility, but they were great because I'll grab this Ryu Senshi. You could bring him out with Cyberstein, or you could bring him out with Magical Scientist. This monster can only be fusion summoned by the above fusion material monsters, which means that he could still be special summoned. Let me see. Negate the effect of a trap card by paying 1,000 life points. Also negates the effects of a magic card that specifically designates this card as a target and destroys it. That is an amazing fusion card. And that's why people would bring that sucker out, because he could get rid of traps, he could get rid of magics. Yeah, Regeki was another card. You don't see that anymore. You know, because it's just, you know, there's no drawback to Regeki. Let me see. Dark Balter, Fiend Skull Dragon. Reaper on the Nightmare, I thought he was okay because he could attack directly, and he was very hard to get rid of at the time. Because you couldn't kill him. He couldn't die from battle damage. He just sat there forever. And then there was Dark Balter, which was, let me see, fusion. Can only be done with the fusion monsters. Here we go. When a normal spell card is activated, negate the effect by paying 1,000 life points. The effect of an effect monster that this monster destroys as a result of battle is negated. That's awesome. So if he runs into a man-eater bug, negated. If he runs into a magician of faith, negated. I mean, there's so much negation in these cards that they had some real value then. You didn't mind paying 5,000 life points if you could get a card out that pretty much could negate whatever it is that you were facing at the time. If you had somebody that had 3 face downs, bring out something that negates traps. If you had somebody that had, that were known to run spell cards, bring out something that negates spells or monster effects. They were great cards. The man-eating beast. Heck, there are cards that can negate that too. Oh, I've been talking too much. Hold on, let me give you all something to look at. Here, I'll go do another ranked duel. Here I am ranting about old days. Man, you're old. Put that back over there. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, from Spain, the motherland, Crick. This should be interesting. Oh, Joey Wheeler. Let's see what he's got. I imagine he's got warriors. Do we want to gain a rank? I don't know if I do. Because every rank we gain, it's harder. The duels get harder. Marshmallow. Well, he's not as old, but he was still interesting. When he came out, he was actually pretty nimble. He was pretty cool. Oh, gosh. Not a great starting. Okay, there. Spirit Reaper. Before there was Marshmallow, there was Spirit Reaper. Spirit Reaper was great. I loved Spirit Reaper. He couldn't be destroyed by battle, and he could attack life points directly, and whenever he did, if I remember correctly, when he attacks life points directly, I think the opponent had to discard a card. I think that was his effect. It's been a little while since I've read it. The only bad thing is that whenever he was specifically targeted by a spell card, he was immediately destroyed. That was his drawback. Hey, look at this guy. Evil Swarm Stuffy. Oh, Morphing Jar. Yeah, Morphing Jar was pretty awesome. I still have Morphing Jars sitting around here. Oh, wow, they're going to end the turn. Okay. They're playing it a little safe here. DD. Let me read this thing. In this face, the card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard. Target one special summon level 5 or higher monster in the field, destroy the target. Oh, okay. It's not a big deal. Gosh. I'll take a chance. You know what else was another one? Most people don't even remember this card, but there was a card called Fiber Jar. Fiber Jar was the most annoying card in the game for a very long time. Because Fiber Jar's effect, whenever it would flip, is you would combine your hand, the field, and your graveyard with your deck, reshuffle, set your decks down, and draw 5 cards. It basically reset the duel. Everything but life points. It was kind of nuts. I hated that card, but I played it. I would occasionally put that in decks. And the reason why people stopped playing it, well, one, it got banned, but mostly it was because people hated resetting the game over and over and over. It was just annoying. Yeah, discard 1 card from Reaper. At the time, that was a big deal. Or hand destruction was a big deck type back then. You could run Spirit Reapers. You could run a card called Confiscation. You could run Delinquent Duo, which was ridiculous. I mean, Delinquent Duo was really, really nuts. Let me see. Do I want to activate a skill? Sure, we'll do that. I'm gonna draw my Xerion. But yeah, there was, in case you all don't know, there was a card called Delinquent Duo, where you would play it. There was no cost to activate it. And you would get to randomly choose one card to discard from your opponent's hand, and then they got to choose one additional card that they had to discard. So it's basically you play one card and you get rid of two of theirs. It was a ridiculous card. It deserved to be banned. Well, no, I mean, it wasn't just that card. I mean, there was also confiscation. Confiscation wasn't as good, but the good thing about confiscation was you got to discard, you got to choose what card was discarded from their hand because they had to show you their hand. Confiscation got banned. Delinquent Duo got banned. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, those cards needed to go because they were just bad. They were bad for the game. Oh, let's see what he's doing. He's bringing out a monster. But yeah, Delinquent Duo was nuts. Ooh, look at this guy. Let me see. Turn one monster attack. Oh, okay, he's got a piercing effect. During the end phase, this card is destroyed. You can... Okay, that's cool. Yeah, there were a lot of quote-unquote troll cards back in the day. There was a lot of them. Pot of Greed, I mean, had no drawback. You know, basically you play it, and... Do I really want to use my wall here? Oh. Yeah, Pot of Greed, you played that card, you get to draw 2 cards. You basically get +1. No drawback. Arm Dragon. Ooh, Swordswoman. Well, it's a good thing I held onto that wall, because he's still got something back there. Okay, yeah, let's just... No effect, destroy. Go and hit for 17. Okay, good. We're doing fairly well here. We've got card advantage on him. I'm trying to think, what was another one that was ridiculous? We never did that. Well, at least I didn't. Oh, look, he quit. He had nothing. He surrendered. I never did that because I was a judge. And even if I were playing in tournaments, it just looks bad. Well, at least at the time, it was considered to look bad if judges were dueling for money. So if we ever did it, it was in private. It was like it's somebody's house. It was never at an event. It was never at a tournament. It was never out in public. I mean, so I guess you could do that, but, you know. And I actually judged over some tournaments that were cash tournaments, although I wasn't a huge fan of them. I mean, because even then it was, you know, just the way the cash tournaments were run, I didn't like them. Because the person who would initiate them always wanted a cut, which was sort of understandable, but at the same time they wanted too much of a cut. So yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that. I didn't really like that much. So I never got into those. Look at that, more gems. All right, look at this. We got this guy again. Let's see, what do we got now? Opening hand 2 cards versus a Lava Golem deck. Oof. This should be interesting. And now some of y'all are going onto the net and checking out all these various cards that I'm naming. They're like, oh, wow, some of these cards are awesome. Yeah, they were awesome. That's why they're banned now. Trying to think of another one. Oh, Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning. I don't know if he's still banned, but they banned him for a while and they need to. Oh, Burning Land. What is this? When this card is activated, if there are any field spell cards in the field, destroy them. Oh, interesting. During each player's standby phase, the turn player takes 500 damage. Oof. Okay. But yeah, Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning. He was one of him and Chaos Dragon were the original Chaos monsters. And at the time, they were just ridiculous. To special summon him, you'd remove 1 light monster and 1 dark monster from your graveyard from play, and boom, he hits the field. And if you wanted to, you could immediately, with his effect, remove a monster card on the enemy side of the field from play. But if you didn't want to, you could have him attack, and he was able to attack every single monster on your opponent's side of the field. Every single one of them. So if the enemy had 5 monsters, he got 5 attacks. Yeah, it was. It was ridiculous. At the time, it was a ridiculous effect. And Chaos Dragon was a little different. Chaos Dragon, he could come out the same way, remove 1 light, one dark, and he could come out the same way, and then he could blow up the entire field. And then your opponent would take damage. I think it was like X300 for every card that was destroyed in this way. It was just ridiculous stuff at the time. Let's hit that gyroid. Let's hit the gyroid again to get rid of it. We'll use Exarian's Piercing. Yeah, pretty much all of the banned cards were definitely banned for a reason. Yeah, daily just reset. Alright, see you later, George. Make sure you sub if you haven't subbed yet. Okay, he's going to take 500 here. Oh, he's got the Lava Golem. Boom. I forgot about that. But I don't think he has it. Does he have anything to lock me down? I don't think he does. Well, he's doing something with the drill. What are you doing here? Oh, he's just... Okay. That actually works. That's fine. I didn't want that Lava Golem. See you later, George. Oh, look at that. Oh. Dang, and he can automatically destroy a monster. Well, let's... God, I gotta get rid of that drill. Man. I don't think I'll actually get much use out of my Celtic Guardian in this duel. But we're gonna take a chance here and see if I can have my Amazon survive. Here, I'll hit his... Well, supercharge. He's drawing 2 cards. That's fine. I can't do anything to stop that anyway. Okay, now we're entering the damage. So she'll survive, and whatever he rams into her, he'll take the damage, but things are getting a little tight now. He's going to take 5. Oh. I kind of want a monster. Well, I don't really necessarily need one. I'll hold the skill. Okay, enemy control is not bad. That's actually a pretty decent draw. Set that. I should be able to survive this, even if he's got something down there. Come on. Nice. That's amazing. I've faced him 3 times today and won every single time. That's just weird for me. Usually he just trounces me. Oh, look at that. 50 more gems. We still don't have enough for a special pack, though. I'm just hitting it really good with the PvP and the Vagabond today. Let's see. Look how short we are. Oh, that's right. I get to send it to somebody. Let me see. Who have I not sent one to? IML. I don't think I've ever sent this person one. In fact, I haven't. It says right there. I sent this person some, but they never... I don't think they ever take them. Either that or they don't win. But let's send them here. This guy's got that big giant lion thing here, so we'll send him a difficult one. Here, we'll do 1 card for you, buddy. Opening hand, 1 card. Okay, good. Send that. Let's see. Let me take a quick look at his deck here. What was he running? Oh yeah, just Lava Golem deck. Gyroids, Drillroids. That's an interesting deck. I'm not crazy about the Burning Land, but I could see he was going for burn. There are better ways to burn, I think, than Burning Land. We got another thing here. I think this is just from leveling. Yeah, have Yummy Merrick reach level 11. Look at that. He's like, eh! The crazy tongue. Oh, login bonus. A whole 500 gold. Oh, but the ultra rare ticket. I still have all my tickets. I haven't used any of them. Let's see. I mean, we can go look again, but I can't really think of anything that I would want. Look at that. Let me see. Oh, that's right. I gotta collect it. I forgot. There we are. I'd really like to get a few more gems so we could get one more pack, and then we could call it a stream. Let me do these. Let's see. Dual quiz. I'm sure I've got a few here that are really easy that I can do real quick. Here, activate a monster effect. Here we go. You know what the interesting thing is that I'm glad y'all hang out here with me when I'm doing these streams, because it doesn't even feel like an hour and a half has gone by. It just, I guess because I'm just chatting up a storm today. Okay, let's see. You can double the original attack of this card once per turn. Oh, okay. Well, that's easy enough. Yeah, let's activate that effect. Karate Man. Destroy this card during the end phase. Darn. So I guess he overexerts himself and he destroys himself. Yeah, now I'm actually a little pumped to do those old card game videos. It'd be nice to do a little revisit on some of those. Activate a flip effect. Or even just old you know, collectible cards. Because I know I don't have a teenage... see you later. Gotta go get... Alright, see you later, Silent. But yeah, just some of those old cards are really neat to look at. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, this is a man-eater bug, isn't it? Oh no, it's a Hane Hane. Blink. Let's return him. Oh, you found the best Bandit Keith meme. All right. So we've got our gems. So now we have to figure out which pack we're going to go with. Excellent. All right, let's see. We're going to the store. Okay, so it's just a choice of which one we want to do now. Trying to remember which cards. Let's see, yeah, the Sanguine. Another wall would be okay. I could use another wall. I think it was the second one we were going with now. Since I got the wall, we don't, you know, I'm not hugely desperate for another one now. Okay, yeah, Kunai, Thestalos, Dark World Dealings. Okay, we'll go with this one. Here we go. 200 gems. I'm running low on the amount that I can purchase, too. Only got a few more. Alright, come on, give me something. Oh, we got something flashy. And Merrick saying, BAM! Moisture Creature. Oof, I always hated that card. Pot of Benevolence, already have that. Raimei. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 level 2 or lower light monster from your deck to your hand. It's actually not that bad. It's a searcher. That's not bad at all. Whirlwind Weasel. Yeah, let's get a ferret that goes nuts. Miles Radiant. That's a classic card. As long as the card remains face up on the field, increase the attack of all earth monsters by 500 points and decrease the attack of all wind monsters by 400. He pumps himself up too, so he's it brings him to 800, but he's still kind of weak. Psychic Reactor. If you control a Psychic-type monster, apply this effect to all Psychic-type monsters you currently control for the rest of the turn. The Psychic-type monster you control battles an opponent's monster. After damage calculation, banish the Psychic-type monster. Also banish that... Oh! It has a deity effect in it. It's not bad. Dark Cat with the White Tail. Ooh, this is another classic one. Flip. Return 2 monster cards on your opponent's side of the field and 1 monster card on your side of the field to their owner's hands. Woof! That clears the field. I remember that thing. That thing was annoying. Watt Psychic Fighter. I don't care about him. Muka Muka. Oh yeah, gain 300 for each card in the hand. Lakunga. It's another one of those names you just like to say. I think I've already said that joke before, but we're going to say it again. Lakunga! Magical Marionette. Ooh, Gazuki. Not what I was looking for, but let's see. During your main phase... I already have this guy! Ah. Dang it. During your main phase, you can send one zombie-type monster from your deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish one zombie-type monster from your graveyard except Gazuki. Special summon one zombie-type monster from your hand. You can only use each effect of a Gazuki once per turn. I already had him. I only got 3 new cards there. Yeah, I've got 2 of those guys now. So, The Muka was nice. Be interesting to try and run a deck like that. The Dark Cat, that guy, like I said, he's just annoying. And this one's actually not bad. If I could get a couple more of those, that'd be kind of interesting. Thunder deck. Well, a light monster. If only this game had Chaos Sorcerer. If they had Chaos Sorcerer, I would build a light and dark deck for y'all to check out. But I don't think Chaos Sorcerer is in this. I haven't seen him. Because if I would have seen him, I would have definitely tried to get him. Oh well. Well, I guess that just about does it for the stream, guys. I was a little late, I'm sorry. I overslept. But at least we talked about some good stuff today. Pretty fun. Oh, hi, Complacent. Oh, it's the Complacent guy. I remember you. You missed the whole stream, man! And we had a good time today, too. It was a pretty good stream. You missed it. Sorry. Well, at least you get the replay. You can watch it on the replay. But yeah, we're pretty much wrapping up the stream here. I think we have Chaos Hunter. Yeah, Chaos Hunter's not, you know... Chaos Sorcerer, because think of it this way. Remember I mentioned Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning? How you could remove a light and dark to bring him out, and then he could immediately remove from play a monster on your opponent's side of the field? Chaos Sorcerer does the same thing, but he has less attack. He's only got 2,300 attack, and he doesn't get to attack every single monster. He's kind of like a powered-down version of Envoy at the beginning. But he's still a good card, though, because he basically gets rid of big baddies that you are having problems with. So he's still a good card. But anyways, I'm going to call it a stream, guys. I'm going to probably see about working on those videos I was telling you all about, you know, looking back on the old card games. I also want to do the mail call one. I actually have to check my mail today to see if I have any, because I should have like 5 or 6 packages coming. I've been a little disappointed that they're taking this long to get to me. But yeah, I'll do those. And don't forget, check out the website. We've got a couple of giveaways going. Let me see what else for there. We've got the Discord server. Again, it's in the description. Let me see. That's already done. Have Patreon, but I don't expect anybody to be a patron. So, but it's there. If you ever feel sorry for me and want to give me money, then that's where Patreon is. Also got Twitter. You can follow that. But yeah, the big thing is the giveaways. Treasure map. And Cyber Endragon. Those 2 are still up. The Cyber Endragon, I may actually bring down the amount of time in it, because I like I said earlier, I put way too much time on it. I put like a month. So I'll probably shave off like a week, just to make it a little more, you know, like, okay, let's go get entered, do that kind of thing. But anyways, yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow about the same time, do another show, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do then. Until then, guys, don't eat any Kuribos, and if you do, just make sure to sing. See y'all later.